What is community? It's Friday Night Lights with laughter as post-game commentary. It's fun runs, fun rides. It's passing the boot for local heroes. And it's breaking ground for groundbreaking startups. This is what makes a community. And it's what makes a community bank. It's fertile financial resources turned back into local soil. Here's to people helping others thrive. This is community banking. D.L. Evans Bank, since 1904.
You can't make summer stand still, so make the most of every last second with a new Toyota at Toyota's National Sales Event.
During Toyota's National Sales Event, discover our wide variety of fuel-efficient electrified vehicles. Toyota, let's go places.
Some days, I choose the most difficult trail. I test my limits.
Taking the hard path isn't always easy, but I know it's the right way.
When I get done with my ride and I look back at what I've just accomplished, I feel amazing.
It takes courage and determination to do hard things.
But you can do them.
Quitting tobacco and vaping is possible.
You decide when. We'll show you how. Learn more at projectfilter.org or call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
It can be a lot, trying to figure out how to make it, how to dream big, and to wonder, what if? Because no matter where you are in life, if you don't know what's possible in Idaho, it's hard to keep asking, what if? Which is exactly why Next Steps Idaho was created, with everything from smart tools that help you figure out careers you might be suited for, to training and education options for you. So keep asking what if at nextsteps.idaho.gov.
Community.
We welcome you live to Burley, Idaho. Mike Christensen alongside Carter Christensen, and tonight we've got a Class 4A Great Basin Conference matchup as the Jerome Tigers visit the Burley Bobcats. This is an IdahoSports.com GameStreams production of Magic Valley Game Night presented by D.L. Evans Bank. Burley's high-powered offense will be on display tonight. The Bobcats love to throw the ball, with senior quarterback Caleb Loveland leading the way, and he's got some good targets to throw to in Gatlin Bear and Jacob Williams.
Yeah, Burley has a high-powered offense, as you said, averaging almost 50 points a game. They are potent. They love to throw the ball around with their star wide receivers, Gatlin Bear and Jacob Williams, and of course Bear getting attention from all around the country for his talent.
Gotten offers lately from Michigan, BYU, Utah State, Oregon, Colorado, you name them. Some SEC schools. Quite a list. Both these teams, though, are eager for a win tonight. Burley has lost 3 straight games after a 4-0 start. Jerome comes in 0-7 on the season. The Tigers have implemented a new wing T running attack this year and have taken their lumps as they have adjusted to that new scheme and dealt with a bevy of injuries.
Yeah, Jerome just hasn't really been able to execute the wing T the way Coach Gambles has wanted them to. They've had a bunch of injuries on the season. They've moved a lot of guys around. One of their best players, Daniel Gill, has faced a plethora of injuries this season, and so it's been tough for the Tigers this season, but they look to get back on, get a win here and get back on track.
Gill went out in the first game with a knee injury, still having some knee pain, so they're trying not to rush him back, but he is dressed tonight. We see him on the sideline. He's played quarterback and running back for this team. I believe number 3, Abram Garcia, will get the start at quarterback, but the QBs have been banged up, so we'll see who comes out under center. The captains are at midfield for the coin toss. We'll see who gets the ball first. Coach Sid Gambles and Jerome just hoping to see if they can run the ball and improve a little bit this year. Been a rough season, and try to keep the ball away, shorten the game, keep the ball away from that Burley offense, which scored as much as 82 points this season.
Yeah, Jerome has also really struggled to stop the pass, and of course, Burley's offense is the pass, so it'll be interesting to see what Jerome does to try to limit Burley's weapons on the edge.
We had a chance, of course, to see Jerome earlier in the year at Kimberly, and Kimberly has a high-powered passing attack and just lit them up, and it was a blowout by halftime. So we'll see if they've made some progress and grown during the course of the year to be able to make this a little bit of a better football game tonight. We remind you the Magic Valley Game Night brought to you by our major advertising partners, Project Filter, Valley-Wide Cooperative, the Idaho Transportation Department, the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare, Next Steps Idaho, and your local Toyota dealers. So Jerome will start with it. We'll get to see the Tigers running attack first tonight. And we're grateful tonight for our local sponsor, A&G Irrigation, helping bring this ball game. The Tigers trying to get pumped and ready to go, looking for their first win of the season tonight as they go on the road here to face the 4-3 Bobcats. These teams, Carter, really sitting right about where they were expected to in the preseason poll. Burley picked 4th, Jerome 5th, and that's where they're sitting right now.
Yeah, Burley right behind Twin Falls and Minico at the top of that conference, and of course Canyon Ridge is doing pretty well this year as well. So Burley right about where they were expected to be with Cameron Anderson's first season.
Burley at Canyon Ridge next week to finish the regular season, and Jerome hosts Mountain Home, who also is winless in the Great Basin. So if they are unable to get a win tonight, maybe in their final game of the season at home, that's another chance against a Mountain Home team that has also struggled this season. So, but first things first tonight, it's Jerome at Burley, and it's live here on IdahoSports.com. And we appreciate you joining us wherever you are around the world tonight as we bring you this broadcast of some 4A high school football in the Gem State. Beautiful facilities here in Burley. We've got a great scoreboard screen, this turf field, a good crowd on hand, and we are ready to go.
Some amazing corn dogs as well.
Yes, we did sample the epic corn dog earlier, and we'll see if we have the energy to get through the ball game. Burley gets ready to kick off to start this one. Bobcats come in 1-2 in Great Basin Conference play. Jerome 0-3. Number 0, Ryan Jensen, the senior, will kick the ball off. Versatile player who's one of the leading tacklers for this Jerome team. And the kick is away and taken by the Tigers. That's number 13, Grayson Pacheco. Versatile athlete, and he's got some nice room and gets it all the way up out near the 40-yard line. So nice return by Pacheco. Good athlete, fairly new to football. Coach Campbell said he's learning week to week and getting better and better. Nice return to start the game for Jerome.
Yeah, great field position for Jerome. See if they can get that run game going.
While while Burley has been potent on offense this year, averaging 46 points a game, they've given up 46 points a game. So this is a defense that has struggled to stop teams, and we'll see if Jerome can have some success moving the ball. Burley comes out in their green tops, silver bottoms. Jerome in the white jerseys with black pants, black helmets. First snap of the game goes to Garcia. He's back to throw. He throws it down the sideline. He's got Pacheco there, and it's broken up. Nice play on the ball. That was Mark Loveland, 88, in defense there, who was able to get a hand on it, but Garcia puts it up down the field, and they come out throwing on the first play. 2nd and 10. As Jerome huddles up here. Somehow we're already down to 10:58 left in this quarter. Not how a minute ran off there, but that's where we're at. Handoff, little misdirection, and coming to the near side for the Tigers is number 4, Caden Palmer. And Palmer's got a nice gain on 2nd down. And that's kind of what this wing T tries to do, isn't it, Carter? They try to get you looking one way and run the ball the other way.
Yeah, they try to outmatch you on the edge, and Jerome struggled with it so far this season, but that play worked out well for him. Got 3rd and short coming up.
Just shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Tigers need 2 or 3 yards to keep this drive alive. Garcia in the pistol, fakes the handoff, keeps it, he fumbles it, the ball is loose, and I don't know who has it. Burley and Jerome both had a guy there falling on it. Burley's definitely pointing their way, but we'll see.
And Burley
and
ball.
It is Burley football. Looks like it was recovered by number 7, Bodie Bowen. So it looked like Jerome had a first down there, but Garcia unable to hold on to the ball, and that has been a part of this Jerome offense all year. Turnovers have really plagued them. Garcia's been turnover prone himself, and unfortunately the young man had another cough up there.
Yeah, they've really struggled to keep the offense on the field and really puts their defense in a lot of bad spots.
It's true. This defense has played a lot of minutes this year with the offense struggling. Here comes this potent offense. Loveland. It's a reverse, and coming to the far side is Gatlin Bear, number 1, and Bear trucks the defender and gets close to the first down. Gatlin Bear, number 1, the junior, the number 1 recruit in the state of Idaho, shows off his wheels there, and a nice reverse to start the game for the Bobcats. So the team we told you would run all night threw a pass on first down. The team we told you would pass all night has now run it twice, and Loveland up the middle for a first down. Nice gain. Number 9, the senior quarterback, Caleb Loveland. Loveland on the season has thrown for more than 2,000 yards. He's completing 68% of his passes. He's really had a great senior season. Handoff here. Burley keeps it on the ground. Come to the near side, runs into his own man, and wrestled down after a short gain. Little confusion there for the Bobcats. Ramsey Trevino, the leading rusher for this Jerome team, averaging about 91 yards a game. He's got 8 TDs on the ground. He's been a good weapon in the passing game as well. Loveland will keep it again, forge right up the middle, and we have not seen a pass from this Burley offense so far as they keep it on the ground. Here on senior night for the Bobcats, recognized a number of seniors tonight, special ceremony before the game started. We're scoreless here first quarter, 9:24 to go in Burley on a beautiful night for football. Sun just going down, so we don't have to stare into it. It makes for a great night here as we're on the visitor sideline here in Burley. Snap to Loveland, another handoff. Up the middle, Trevino pushes the pile and gets close to the first down. I think he's going to have it, and that's going to move the chains. First down for the Bobcats. Nice run by Trevino. Hitting the pile and really carrying defenders forward. 1st and 10 Bobcats from the 20. There's a backwards pass taken by Trevino. He's up the sideline, and he's got a nice gain on first down. Trevino really quite a versatile weapon for this team.
Yeah, they like to play him everywhere.
About 600 yards rushing, about 300 yards receiving. 10 total touchdowns this year between rushing and catching. And still keeping it on the ground. They go to Trevino. He runs to the near side. He bounces it outside. Trevino, can he get there? He scores. Ramsey Trevino with the touchdown run on 2nd down. And it's a touchdown for the Burley Bobcats. Trevino takes it to the house. Nice run there to start things off. And Burley keeping it on the ground early.
Yeah, obviously they assumed Jerome would be really prepared for the pass, and they kind of threw a curveball at him, coming out with a bunch of runs.
So Trevino's touchdown run makes it 6-0 here with 8:32 to go in the first quarter. And Bobcats line up to go for 2. Loveland, Trevino, he walks in almost untouched. And Trevino scores the first 8 points of the night for the Bobcats, 8-0. And Jerome will get another chance here. They had a first down there on that first drive and just coughed it up. We'll see what they can do on drive number 2.
Got to hang on to the ball.
This gives us a chance to tell you that tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by A&G Irrigation. A&G Irrigation is proud to provide sales, service, and installation for commercial and agricultural irrigation systems in Jerome and the Magic Valley area. They are a locally owned and operated company that strives to help local farmers increase their productivity and yield through their state-of-the-art services. A&G Irrigation is committed to providing the highest quality products and services to farmers in the Magic Valley. From pivot, pump, and pipe installations and repairs to parts and all major brands, A&G Irrigation is your one-stop shop for what you need when it comes to irrigation. Go Tigers. And the Tigers will get a chance to go right here as they await this kickoff. Now, this is a Jerome offense that has been shut out a couple times this year. They have only scored more than 1 touchdown once all season, and that was in a narrow loss to Wood River. Burley onside kicks it, showing some aggression early, and Jerome, nice job to recover that right near midfield. So the Tigers get a little gift there of good field position, and they'll start this drive right at midfield and have a chance to even this score.
Great heads-up play. That could have been disastrous if Burley got the ball back to their offense already.
So we'll see what Garcia and company can come up with here. So many players banged up and out for this Jerome team. They've really had to shuffle to try to just keep fielding a squad that can come out and battle each week. And so close to their first win a couple weeks ago with Wood River. Just came up a little short. Hoping to improve week by week and build for the future under longtime head coach Sid Gamble. So here we go. In the pistol is Abram Garcia, number 3. Eric Castaneda comes in motion, and now we've got whistles and flags and a delay of game. Jerome just taking too long to get that snap off. And if you're a team that's struggling to move the ball, you don't want to get behind the chains. And now it's suddenly 1st and 15 for the Tigers. Garcia gets the play, brings it into the huddle. And from the 45 now, the Tigers will start this drive. Briar James, 77, the junior, is your center over the football. Bring a man in motion. Garcia back to throw. Heaves it down the field. He's got a man open. It's Pacheco, and it's off his fingertips at the 25. He was open. A nice ball by Garcia, maybe slightly overthrown. Pacheco had a chance to run underneath it, and it goes off his fingertips. That could have been 6 for the Tigers.
Oh, man, right off the fingertips.
Tough break there and nearly a huge play for this Jerome team. Trailing 8-0 here in the first quarter, 7:26 to go first period. It's a beautiful sunset in the distance as the Tigers line up for 2nd and 15. Garcia, a little guy, just 5'7" on the roster, maybe 5'6", 5'5", 5'6", legitimately. Lots of heart, though. Hands it off there, short run for the Tigers. That's going to bring up 3rd and long. Coach Gamble sends the play in. And it's 3rd down, 13 for the Tigers as they come to the ball. Big play here to try to keep this drive alive. Man in motion. Garcia dumps the screen off. Finds his man at the 50, but he's going to come up short of that 1st down, getting down to the 45. Castaneda taken down at the 45, bringing up 4th down.
Looks like they might go for this one.
Yep, I think the offense is going to stay on the field here in the Burley side of the field there. So from the 46, they'll snap it on 4th and about 5. If you're Jerome, you pass it or throw it here, which is the same thing. Do you pass it or run it here? You can see which way I'm leaning. And Coach Gambles is going to take a timeout there as Jerome decides whether to pass it or throw it on 4th down. 4th down for the Tigers, and they'll talk this one over. Remind you can make the memories last a lifetime by owning a digital game file of this game for just $9.95. Just click the button in the top right to order. We also invite you to follow IdahoSports.com on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Get updates, breaking news, pictures, and more. Click the icon in the top left to follow us now. I'm grateful to be back here in Jerome. Had a chance to be here
in Burley.
In Burley. We had a chance to be here earlier in the season here in Burley and cover the Shelley game, which was a great football game. Gatlin Bear caught a game winner in the final minute there. And Athletic Director Randy Wynn, always very generous and helpful in having us here in Jerome. Grateful
in Burley
for the Jerome game. We're grateful to be back in Burley tonight. And now the big 4th down for the Tigers. Garcia sprints right, under pressure, heaves it downfield. It's picked off, intercepted by the Bobcats, and that's Gatlin Bear. And he's 2nd interception of the season. He had a game-sealing interception against Shelley earlier this year. Picks that one off at the 35, and it's going to be a 1st and 10 for Burley from their own 35 as Bear picks off that ball. And really so much pressure on Garcia, just kind of heaving it up and into traffic. And the Bobcats take over with 5:47 to go and whistles and flags before this can get underway. It's going to be a false start on the Bobcats. It's like an illegal shift there that time. So both teams making miscues on 1st down. And it's a 1st and 15 for Burley, but this is kind of what this offense is built for. We'll see if they put it in the air. They are going to keep it on the ground. Right up the middle. Trevino's got room. He's at the 40. He's to the 50. Defenders are there. He is into Jerome territory and knocked out around the 30-yard line. Ramsey Trevino. Huge run there for the Tigers. The senior takes it up the sideline
For the Bobcats.
and a nice play for Burley.
You're a big Jerome fan today.
1st and 10, Burley from the 30. They bring Bear in motion. They give it to him, and he runs it around the outside. He's got room. There's a flag maybe in the area of holding there. Still on his feet. Bear still running inside the 10. We'll see if this comes back on the penalty. Picking his way down the field. Nice run by Gatlin Bear.
I think this one's coming back, blocking the back or a hold.
And it's going to be a hold on Burley, so that'll wipe out a nice run by Bear. And the Bobcats will try it again here. Clock stops at 5:21 to go, 1st quarter. And we are about 7 minutes into this game, and Burley has not thrown a pass.
Well, they're throwing a behind kind of screen pass, but yeah, they haven't really thrown the ball down the field like you would expect. Maybe they're setting them up, trying to get Jerome to kind of fall asleep a little bit and then hit him deep.
I think the only pass they threw was maybe a backwards pass to Trevino. And so that counts as a running play as well. So we'll see if Burley puts it in the air. It's a team that often throws it 50 to 60 times a game. And content to just run it against this Jerome team tonight. Shorten the game themselves. 8-0 lead for Burley. They shift. And it's going to be a timeout. Cameron Anderson. And the Bobcats obviously didn't like what they saw there against the Tiger defense, and they pause it. We do have some good news if you're a Jerome Tigers fan. Daniel Gill was hurt in the season opener against Gooding, has missed the entire season. He is playing tonight. He's on the field, on the defense for Jerome. Still battling some knee pain. They weren't in a rush to bring him back, but looks like he's playing through that tonight, and he is on the field for this Jerome team.
Yeah, in our first game we saw them against Gooding. He was definitely their best offensive and defensive player, so that's big to have him back on the field.
We'll see if he gets some touches on the offensive side or just goes one way on defense. First down, Bobcats from the 30. Pitch goes wide to Trevino. He runs it outside. Defenders are there and falls forward. He's still on his feet, but they're going to call him down. His helmet comes off. Nice gain by Trevino. Another flag and another hold. So Burley picking up yards, but not without holding, and they continue to go backwards on this drive. And we'll see if they can overcome this slew of penalties here.
Ball's going to be spotted just inside the 40-yard line. First and about 20.
And we were about to see a Burley pass there, and we've got a flag and an offsides on Jerome lining up in the neutral zone there as Loveland was looking to throw it to Gatlin Bear on the far side. And that'll get some of those yards back for the Bobcats. And somehow after about 5 minutes, it's still first down. multiple penalties here. They run the same play, go to Bear, and he's going to come all the way back across the field. He's to the 35. Can he make guys miss? He's cutting back, showing that athleticism, and he's taken down. But a nice gain. He runs about 50 yards to pick up about 10 or 12 yards, but a nice play by Gatlin. Second down, Bobcats. Loveland looks to the sideline, sends Trevino out wide. Backwards pass to Trevino. He's up the sideline, and he is all the way down inside the 10, stays on his feet. Just a physical runner, punishing defenders, knocking guys back, and he sets up first down for Burley. It's right at the 10, so we'll see if they call it first and goal, and they do. They set the chains down. Going to be first and goal right on the 10-yard line for the Bobcats. Loveland, 3 receivers to the far side. Bear comes in motion. He gets a nice block to the outside. Stop and start move to make a man miss. Thrown down around the 6 or 7 yard line. He's really got some moves.
Yeah, he's really shifty.
Second and goal, Bobcats. Looking to add to their 8-0 lead here in the early going. Bear, number 1, is here to the near side. 3 receivers to the far side, including Jacob Williams, the other talented weapon. One of many talented weapons for this Bobcat team, but the other star receiver. He's got nearly 40 catches on the year. Bear came in with 45. Handoff, Trevino up the gut, hits a pile, carries him forward, thrown down, and wrapped up. Just a gain of 1 there. Third and goal. Play comes in and the Bobcats shift around. They've got 2 receivers to either side. Hand off Trevino. He's stacked up and the defense holds. Nice job by the Tigers right in the middle of that. Keenan Blair, number 52, the big senior.
Fourth down.
Two-way lineman for this Jerome team, and he makes a nice stop there. Holding Trevino up, wrapping him up till his teammates could help take him down. And a big 4th and goal. What a stop this would be for Jerome. To be able to avoid going down 2 scores and have a chance to get the ball back deep in their own territory. Bobcats look to the sideline, set up for it. Wearing the pink accents tonight. Cancer awareness. Snap, Loveland. Pressure comes. He escapes it. He's on his feet, running, scrambling, inside the 10 to the 5, and I think he's going down. And he does go down. And that is a big-time stop for the Jerome defense. Burley had first and goal at the 10, and they are denied. And the ball goes back to Jerome. Tigers will have a long field to work with, but they get the stop they needed.
The one thing I'm looking for Jerome on this drive is to not turn the ball over.
And really, if this Jerome team can avoid some of the self-inflicted wounds they've had all year, penalties, turnovers, they have a chance. We saw them play Kimberly. They had, 3 turnovers on their first 3 drives. Gave Kimberly the ball in the red zone repeatedly.
Yeah, the game gets out of hand fast when you turn the ball over inside your own territory.
See what they can do here. Garcia, with that loaded backfield, hands it off. And a short run there for Juan Benavides. He's the standout star linebacker on the defensive side. Getting the start tonight at running back. He's played quite a bit of running back for this team, but probably carried a lot tonight with all the injuries for the Tigers. Gain of 4, brings up second down and 6. .125 to go, first quarter, clock runs. One of the goals of this Tiger offense, switching away from their quick passing game to this wing T running attack, is to shorten the game, play fewer plays, allow their linemen to go both ways. Jerome shifting, or Burley shifting on that D line. Here comes the handoff. Coming across and finding a yard or 2 on that short run. Eric Castaneda, the senior, number 4. Getting a chance to touch the ball quite a bit early. Brings up third down for the Tigers.
About 5 or 6.
If you're Jerome, you run it or throw it here.
They really haven't been able to get the run game going. They've had two almost big plays passing. So
look at that box. The box is stacked. Almost all 11 players near the line of scrimmage on the defense. They still hand it off and trying to make something happen, coming up a little shy of that first down. Nice hard-fought run by the Tigers. Castaneda again getting the ball. But tough sledding, and Burley literally had every defender within a couple yards of the line of scrimmage, and they're able to take him down.
Yeah, that's when you should probably throw it.
Maybe fake that handoff, send one guy deep, and you might have Pacheco running all alone again if you can hit him.
If I'm Jerome, I really do not want to kick it to Gatlin Bear here on the punt.
Bear, an incredible. We've seen his athleticism here in the first quarter. He's so good at making guys miss, stopping on a dime. And that'll bring this first quarter to a close. A quick first quarter with both teams keeping it on the ground. So at the end of one quarter, the score, Burley 8, Jerome 0 here on Magic Valley Game Night. We'll take a 30-second break, and we'll be back with quarter number 2.
A hit in the morning, another between class, after school, and more before bed. Vaping sucks you in quick. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems everyone's talking about. That's why thousands of teens are ready to take back their life their own way with My Life, My Quit. When you sign up with us, you'll get a free and simple quit plan that makes it easier to stop vaping. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
Welcome back to Burley. We're quarter number 2 getting underway here between the Bobcats and the Tigers. 8-0. Jerome setting up here on fourth down, likely punting situation as we begin the second quarter. Switch ends of the field here. And Drayson Pacheco, number 13, is your punter.
Gatlin Bear back to receive.
Yeah, number 1, Gatlin Bear. Really every regional college of note has offered him. Idaho, BYU, Utah, Utah State. A lot of the Pac-12 teams, Oregon, Cal, Colorado. And that kick is shanked. So they keep it away from Bear. He doesn't get a chance, but it's going to give great field position to the Bobcats, who will have a chance to come out and add to their lead. We'll see if they keep it on the ground. It's been primarily a running display early for the Bobcats. Ramsey Trevino leading the way. We'll see if they get these receivers involved. Number 2, Jacob Williams, lines up to the near side. Beside him is 6, Khalil Schroeder, who's another dangerous receiver for this team, probably the third option in the receiving game. So Loveland with 3 receivers there. They love to stack receivers to one side and then put Gatlin Bear all alone on the other side, isolate him. And that's what they've done here. Bear to the far side. They're going to move the ball here to the 35. And 11:53 to go until halftime. Loveland takes the snap. Hands to Trevino, and he's wrapped up in the backfield. Taken down quickly in the Tigers swarm. Juan Benavidez was there. Nice job there. Keenan Blair makes another play. The senior D lineman's had a great night so far. And he's the first man there, and Benavidez helps clean it up with his teammates. And a great stop on first down. The Tigers have come to play tonight. Hanging in there early. Second down. And long for Burley. A swing pass to Trevino. He's up the sideline. Cuts it back inside, still on his feet. And finally taken down by Xander Bingham, number 2, but a nice gain for the Tigers. That's going to move the chains, and that's really the passing game we've seen so far, is the quick little backwards pass, swing pass in the backfield to Trevino or Bear, and they're making men miss in the case of Bear, or carrying defenders down the field in the case of Trevino. The ball goes to Loveland. He's right up the middle. He could score, but he's taken down inside the 10, and it's going to be a 1st and goal again for the Bobcats. Nice run by Loveland, number 9, your senior QB. Again, he's had a spectacular senior season. 27 touchdown throws, just 6 interceptions on the season, and well over 2,000 yards passing. We'll see if he gets a chance to put it in the air here. Hands it to Trevino, and he's wrapped up and met by that Tiger defense, and it's going to go down. The ball is loose. Jerome may have it. Let's see, they're going to call him down. So he gets to the 4, but he's taken down. And Daniel Gill, in his first game back, is shaken up, tapping his helmet like he needs to come out. I think he's going to stay on the field, but he goes down. And Gill is going to come out of this football game. And that's unfortunate for the young man who's just dealt with injury all season. 5'10", 195 junior. Playing linebacker here tonight in his return to action, and he goes down.
While we wait for them to start the game up again, I have some scores from around the state of Idaho. In 4A, we have Emmett losing by 1 in a close game to Valley View, 7-8. Mountain Home up 8-0 on Caldwell. And Skyview up 16-0 on Ridgeview. In 3A, Snake River over American Falls 14-0. Buell and Kimberly in pretty much what is the conference championship is 7-7 in the first.
All right, Loveland now ready for the snap as Gill leaves the game. He lofts it to the corner. He's got Bear, and it is a touchdown for the Bobcats. Loveland to Bear, 4-yard touchdown pass. And Bear adds to his touchdown total on the season. Came in with lucky 13 and adds touchdown number 14 on the 4-yard pass reception. That makes it 14-0 with 9:36 to go here in the half. And Bobcats will line up for 2. It's one of the few downfield passes we've seen from Loveland. Beautiful touch on that ball.
Yeah, really just lofted it up, let Gatlin run right under it, and touchdown.
In the back corner of the end zone there. They hand it to Trevino now on the 2-point try. He shucks defenders and dives into the end zone. So Trevino, Ramsey Trevino. Nice night for him. A couple of 2-point runs, and that makes it 16-0. So the ball will go back to Jerome with 9:36 to go in the first half. This is a Burley team that started the year 3-1 a year ago and ended up 3-6. Really struggled down the stretch. That was the 3rd year for Coach Dylan Corliss, and then Coach Anderson coming in here trying to turn things around, and really an exciting offense for the Bobcats as they look to get to 5-3 tonight with a victory.
Yeah, they've really tried to kind of total rebrand of the Burley Bobcats, kind of really want to be competitive in the Great Basin Conference, which they haven't been for the past couple of years. It's primarily been the Twin Falls Minico show, but Burley wants to throw their hat in the ring.
And they've done a nice job so far, starting 4-0, scoring 82 in a win over Preston. Close loss to Minico. Tough non-conference loss to Bishop Kelly. They played Twin Falls tough but lost, so they've lost 3 in a row. The heart of that schedule was really difficult. Looking to get back to their winning ways tonight ahead of what should be a great game next week at Canyon Ridge. Really a battle to see who ends up 3rd in this conference next week. Twin Falls and Canyon Ridge playing tonight in the
Service Bowl
over in Canyon Ridge tonight. Here comes the kick. Jensen boots it. Taken by Pacheco at the 20. And he goes down quickly at the 24. And that's where Jerome will start this drive. Good coverage by the Bobcats. Nick Fowler, the senior, recognized earlier tonight on senior night, makes the tackle. Jay Holt also in on that tackle. 1st and 10, Jerome from the 24. 9:06 to go till halftime. Tigers looking to get on the board. Three backs in the backfield. Handoff goes up the middle. And a short gain for the Tigers on first down. I think about 3 yards there.
Met by a bunch of Bobcats.
Number 20, Lane Arellano, 5'8", sophomore, getting the carry. Some youngsters, underclassmen getting a chance here for this Jerome team. And really should help the Tigers build for the future, as they've had a lot of injuries, challenges to deal with this year. They keep fighting, and they're hanging in there tonight, trying to trim this deficit here on this drive. Garcia, the handoff again, Arellano. And he gets a nice gain there. He's up near the first down marker. Going to be maybe a yard short. And we saw this situation earlier. Garcia kept the ball and fumbled on the first drive. He had a first down and lost the football. We'll see what they come up with here on third and a long one or a short two with 7:47 left in the half.
Yeah, they're really just a couple missed plays from being right there in this game. If they complete that long pass down the field that they had, that could have been a touchdown. And then, of course, Avram fumbling it on when he had the first down.
A couple tough breaks. Tigers run it right up the middle, and they pick up the first down. Nice job, Jerome. They get it out to the 35 and keep this drive alive, move the chains. First and 10 Tigers. Mark Larson comes in as a lineman. Give Gabe has a break there. The junior comes off the field, number 70. And Garcia brings the play in. Toby Walker, number 11, a guy to watch in the passing game, a 6'5" receiver, has had some plays this year for this Jerome team. We'll see if he can get involved. Blocks a lot with this run-heavy scheme, but they can throw it to him at times. Handoff up the middle, and Arellano fights ahead for about 5 yards. Nice job. Just kind of carrying the pile forward, and a positive first down play for the Tigers. We'll face 2nd and 5.
That's, I think, the biggest thing for Jerome is to just get it in front of the sticks on first down, not to get backed up.
And they do that there, and they now have a chance to keep this drive moving as they'll set up from the 44-yard line with 2nd down. 6 minutes and 15 seconds to go till halftime. Good crowd on hand on both sides of this beautiful facility here in Burley. And the handoff there. Derek Castaneda. And the senior picks up a few more. We're just going to bring up a 3rd down. Short gain that time, so 3rd and about 3 for the Tigers, who will huddle up and just try to keep the chains moving. This kind of is the strategy, really, for this team, is just to get that 3 yards in a cloud of dust and eat up the clock and shorten the game. Start in motion, then reset. Garcia calls for it, hands it off. Benavidez is taken down quickly. No gain on the play. Juan Benavidez gets the handoff, and he's eaten up right at the line. 5'7", 170-pound senior, one of the leading tacklers for this team from his linebacker spot, carrying the ball as well on offense. Double duty for the senior, but he comes up shy of that first down. 4th down, and we are now under 5 minutes to go in the half. Tigers going to keep that offense on the field. They've gone for it on 4th down previously tonight. They'll do it again here on 4th and a few. Garcia will keep it, and he is stacked up at the line, and he is thrown down. Met in the hole there by 21, Colin Roberts, and just stood up and taken down short, and he's going to give another short field to Burley. So a bold play by Jerome to go for it. They come up short, and Bobcats with a 16-point lead and the football.
Start from the 43-yard line.
Bobcats bring a man in motion. That's number 80, who is not on our roster, unfortunately. Looks like a number change there for Burley. Hand off again to Trevino. He's gotten the major workload tonight. And, man, he's just hauling defenders forward. Looked like he wouldn't get much at all, and he ends up getting about 6 yards. Just tough running for Trevino. Averages close to 100 yards a game on the ground, and I think he's definitely going to surpass that number tonight. Probably getting close to that already here in the first half. 3:50 to go till halftime. Loveland back to throw, wings it down the field, and that is Khalil Schroeder hauling that in, number 6. The senior. Nice catch by Schroeder on the sideline to pick up a first down. You know, interesting, number 2, Jacob Williams, has not touched the ball on offense tonight. He's usually a big target for this team along with Bear. See if he gets involved here. He's to the near side, lined up, number 2. There, oh, the blitz comes. They pick it up. Now the pressure comes. Loveland scrambles. Good job by his line to keep him alive, and he picks up a couple on the scramble. Thought he might get taken down, but a nice job picking up the blitz by the Bobcats. I think that was Trevino stepping up and picking up the blitzing man. And Loveland scrambles ahead for a couple. 3 minutes to go. 23 minutes, 23 seconds to go as the clock stops. Brings up a second down. And we've got flags. Loveland dropped back to pass, and this play is going to stop, and looks like we're going to have a false start again. So the Bobcats here in week 8 been a little shaky at times with some miscues. And they've got a big game with Canyon Ridge next week that's going to be really pivotal for the success of their season. And you don't really want to see that kind of pre-snap mistakes in week 8. See what they do here. Pitch it to Williams, his first touch of the night. He goes to the far side. He's got room. He's inside the 20, still on his feet. And he's knocked out, or taken down. And they're still going to have a ways to go for that first down, but a good pickup by Williams getting some of that yardage back after the penalty. And looks like they're going to call it 3rd and 4. Schroeder and Williams to the near side. Bear to the far side. Trevino in the backfield. Plenty of time. Loveland. He's got Williams. He's got the catch. He's inside the 10. Or no, that's Schroeder, excuse me. Schroeder's got another nice catch on the near side. That's Khalil Schroeder. And he gets to the 7 and picks up a first down. 2:43 on the clock. Bobcats in business, 1st and goal, inside the 10. Loveland with Trevino beside him in the backfield. They pretty much always have 4 or 5 receivers in the pattern. Loveland calls for it. Looks, goes outside. It is caught by Bear. It is a touchdown for Gatlin Bear, but there are flags on the play and a hold on the Bobcats. So we'll stay at 16-0 for now. A nice pass and a nice catch, but it took a hold to give them the time to do it. And they'll have to try it again from outside the 10. So move back here. And again, have a first down and another penalty on the Bobcats.
Wouldn't be shocked if they just ran the exact same play.
Worked well there. So tough to cover Gatlin Bear.
Yeah, just a little fade to Gatlin Bear. Super hard to stop.
Bear comes in motion this time. They give it to Trevino right up the middle. He's got room. He's running. He's there, and it's a touchdown. Touchdown for the Bobcats. 2nd touchdown of the night for Ramsey Trevino, the senior. And Burley adds to its lead here with a nice run there of about 20 yards for Trevino. And with 2 minutes and 16 seconds on the clock, the Bobcats lead 22-0 with a 2-point try pending. So far, they've given it to Trevino each time on these 2-point tries, and he's been pretty successful. They go directly to him, but he hands it off to Schroeder, and he is going to – he's still on his feet. He gets stood up. He's still on his feet. He's going to come up short. That was Ryan Jensen, number 0, leading tackler on the defensive side for Burley. And he caught it on that jet sweep from Trevino. Just about got there, but got stood up at the goal line. Nice stop. And the run fails and leaves our score at 22-0. And Jerome will get another touch here with just over 2 minutes to go in the half. See if they can get on the board. Tigers opened this season with a home loss to Gooding, 26-7, lost to Kimberly 56-8, lost to Preston 44-8. You're noticing the theme there. Lost to Twin Falls 33-0, shut out by Canyon Ridge 34-0. Then they had their game where they really had a shot to win, had a lead, couldn't hold it, lost to Wood River 26-24, lost to Minico 55-7, and next week they'll battle Mountain Home in Jerome to wrap up this regular season. Senior Ryan Jensen will boot it away. His team up 3 scores. Castaneda deep for the Tigers. And taken there by number 10, Kyler Hamblin. And he makes a nice return up beyond the 35 to about the 37. 1st and 10 Tigers. And a nice return there by number 10. Again, we're grateful for A&G Irrigation, helping bring the broadcast to you tonight, along with D.L. Evans Bank, who presents Magic Valley Game Night. We're grateful to bring it to you each week of the season. Mike Christensen alongside Carter Christensen, former Great Basin Conference, all-conference lineman. Carter bringing some great insight to the ball game. And Jerome lines up here. One of their goals tonight was to keep the ball away from the high-powered Burley offense, and at times they've done that. They've just had a hard time converting on 3rd and 4th down. Down the middle, it's picked off, intercepted. That's Bodie Bowen, and he sets up Burley with the ball at the 40. And Garcia back to throw, and he paid the price for it too. He takes a big hit, and he's not a big guy, and Garcia throwing it down the field. Gets rocked, the ball comes up a little shy of his intended target, and a nice interception for the Bobcats.
Yeah, you see a bad habit with Abram there. Every time he's got pressure, he tends to just kind of throw the ball up for grabs, and gets picked off quite a bit.
Second interception of the half for the Bobcats. Bear had one earlier, Bowen with one here. And now this Burley attack is back on the field from the 40. Loveland down the middle. He's got Bear. He's caught it at the 20. 1st down. Nice throw. Zipping it in between defenders. And Bear picks up 20 yards on that 1st down play. 57 seconds to go in the half. Loveland back. Throwing. Williams. He overthrows him by a ways there. Looking for Jacob Williams in the end zone. About 5 to 10 yards beyond him, out of the back of the end zone. And we've got 2nd down and 10. We remind you to stay tuned to halftime as we bring you some great messages from our title sponsors around the state, and then we'll have some scores around the state for you as well. We've got a Bobcat down, maybe a cramp, holding his leg or knee. We'll see. It's Jacob Williams. Don't know if he's injured or just cramping up there, but he's hurting. And they'll get him up, and he's going to try to hobble off. And it looks like he's going to be okay. So he comes off the field with 45 seconds to go in the half. Now the clock restarts. Caden Palmer, number 4, gets a chance at receiver here with Williams going out of the game. Empty backfield for Loveland. 3 receivers are stacked here to the near side. Interesting formation. They throw to the far side to Trevino. And kind of a nice play design there. Didn't go for a whole lot. But you line up those 3 receivers in a row, you're thinking it's probably going to Bear with blockers in front of him. And it goes to the other side where you've got maybe a numbers advantage. Picks up a little. 19 seconds left in the half. And a timeout on the field. A&G Irrigation is proud to provide sales, service, and installation for commercial and agricultural irrigation systems in Jerome and the Magic Valley. They are a locally owned and operated company that strives to help local farmers increase their productivity and yield through their state-of-the-art services. A&G Irrigation is committed to providing the highest quality products and services to farmers in the Magic Valley, from pivot, pump, and pipe installations and repairs to parts for all major brands. A&G Irrigation is your one-stop shop for what you need when it comes to irrigation. Go Tigers. You know, the mistake I made earlier in the game is usually an apt one for this Burley team, asking whether they're going to throw or pass on this down. Because usually this is a team that just puts it in the air repeatedly, but they've really used that ground game effectively tonight. And a score update for you of interest. The Wood River has dropped down, of course, to 3A in football only. They are beating Gooding tonight 21-2. This is a Gooding team that beat Jerome in the opener, but then has really struggled since then. Had a rough go of it. And losing tonight 21-2 to the Wolverines. And we'll get ready to come back from the timeout. Looks like it'll be Loveland and Trevino in the backfield. They're adjusting the clock a little. They move it to 32 seconds. Ran a little long there, got us all the way down to 19. They're going to reset it to 32. So the Bobcats have 32 seconds and a third down play from just inside the 20-yard line. Ball resting at the 18 as Loveland awaits the snap. He's going to put it up in the end zone. He's got a man there running underneath it. It is caught. That is Stockton Sheets for the touchdown. Touchdown Bobcats. Normally Sheets wears number 3. Tonight he's wearing number 80, and he hauls that in for the touchdown. So the Bobcats strike, and Sheets gets into the end zone for his first score tonight on the 18-yard pass reception with 27 seconds to go in the half. And here comes the 2-point try. Bobcats up 28-0. And that passing game getting on track now. Loveland really showing off that arm. Look forward to seeing if he has the chance to play at the next level somewhere. Trevino takes the pitch. He's got blockers. He's trying to get there, and he gets there. So Trevino with the run makes it 30-0, and the Bobcats firmly in control. Here on Magic Valley Game Night, presented by D.L. Evans Bank and brought to you by our major advertising partners, Project Filter, Valley-Wide Cooperative, the Idaho Transportation Department, the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare, Next Steps Idaho, and your local Toyota dealers. We do remind you that in our post-game show, the Idaho Transportation Department Player of the Game will be named, so stay tuned for that, and some great candidates on each side of the football here in this football game. We'll look forward to evaluating more in the second half and naming our Player of the Game. And Ramsey Trevino definitely putting his name in the hat with a great night. Running and catching the ball. He's got a pair of touchdowns. And, of course, Loveland with 2 touchdown passes here in the first half. And really been on target when he's put the ball down the field.
Yeah, he's been really good. Getting the ball down the field accurately, letting his receivers go up and make plays.
Castaneda, number 4, will be the deep man. And the senior Ryan Jensen ready to boot it away again. He's been a busy man here in this first half. And squibs it, takes a bounce down the field, picked up by Jerome. Lane Arellano, and he is taken down there after not much on the return. And the Jerome offense comes back to the field here. Colby Coates, 67 on that line. Briar James, Keenan Blair, Mark Larson up front, and Caleb Bennett, number 57, a senior. So good experienced line up front for Jerome. Found some tough sledding against Burley tonight. Tigers take their time getting to the line. 17 seconds to go in the first half. Man in motion, handoff. Arellano goes down. Or excuse me, that was Benavidez goes down. Actually may have lost the ball there. Just had to go down to cover it up. Loses a yard on first down. And that's going to take us to intermission. So as we go to the half, the Burley Bobcats have 30. The Jerome Tigers have 0. We've got 2 more quarters to play here on Magic Valley Game Night on IdahoSports.com. We'll bring you some messages from our great sponsors around the state, and we will be back to recap the first half and get you ready for half number 2 here in just a moment.
What is community? It's Friday Night Lights with laughter as post-game commentary. It's fun runs, fun rides. It's passing the boot for local heroes. And it's breaking ground for groundbreaking startups. This is what makes a community. And it's what makes a community bank. It's fertile financial resources turned back into local soil. Here's to people helping others thrive. This is community banking. D.L. Evans Bank, since 1904.
You can't make summer stand still, so make the most of every last second with a new Toyota at Toyota's National Sales Event.
During Toyota's National Sales Event, discover our wide variety of fuel-efficient electrified vehicles. Toyota, let's go places.
Some days, I choose the most difficult trail. I test my limits.
Taking the hard path isn't always easy, but I know it's the right way.
When I get done with my ride and I look back at what I've just accomplished, I feel amazing.
It takes courage and determination to do hard things.
But you can do them.
Quitting tobacco and vaping is possible.
You decide when. We'll show you how. Learn more at projectfilter.org or call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
It can be a lot, trying to figure out how to make it. How to dream big and to wonder, what if? Because no matter where you are in life, if you don't know what's possible in Idaho, it's hard to keep asking, what if? Which is exactly why Next Steps Idaho was created, with everything from smart tools that help you figure out careers you might be suited for, to training and education options for you. So keep asking what if at nextsteps.idaho.gov.
Community, 1904.
If a pedestrian is hit by a car going 20 miles per hour, there's a 90% chance he will survive. At 30 miles per hour, the likelihood of survival decreases to 60%. And at 40 miles per hour, it goes down to 20%. 10 miles per hour makes all the difference. You're in the driver's seat. You have the power to save lives.
A hit in the morning, another between class, after school, and more before bed. Vaping sucks you in quick. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems everyone's talking about. That's why thousands of teens are ready to take back their life their own way with My Life, My Quit. When you sign up with us, you'll get a free and simple quit plan that makes it easier to stop vaping. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
What is community? It's Friday Night Lights with laughter as post-game commentary. It's fun runs, fun rides. It's passing the boot for local heroes. And it's breaking ground for groundbreaking startups. This is what makes a community. And it's what makes a community bank. It's fertile financial resources turned back into local soil. Here's to people helping others thrive. This is community banking. D.L. Evans Bank, since 1904.
You can't make summer stand still, so make the most of every last second with a new Toyota at Toyota's National Sales Event.
During Toyota's National Sales Event, discover our wide variety of fuel-efficient electrified vehicles. Toyota, let's go places.
Some days, I choose the most difficult trail. I test my limits.
Taking the hard path isn't always easy, but I know it's the right way.
When I get done with my ride and I look back at what I've just accomplished, I feel amazing.
It takes courage and determination to do hard things.
But you can do them.
Quitting tobacco and vaping is possible.
You decide when. We'll show you how. Learn more at projectfilter.org or call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
It can be a lot, trying to figure out how to make it. How to dream big and to wonder, what if? Because no matter where you are in life, if you don't know what's possible in Idaho, it's hard to keep asking, what if? Which is exactly why Next Steps Idaho was created, with everything from smart tools that help you figure out careers you might be suited for, to training and education options for you. So keep asking what if at nextsteps.idaho.gov.
Community. Is it defined by where you live? Or is it something more? A deeper connection. The experience of being welcomed, and the feeling that no matter where you're for.
A hit in the morning, another between class, after school, and more before bed. Vaping sucks you in quick. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems everyone's talking about. That's why thousands of teens are ready to take back their life their own way with My Life, My Quit. When you sign up with us, you'll get a free and simple quit plan that makes it easier to stop vaping. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
Hi, welcome back. We're still waiting for both teams to come back out on the field, so we'll go through some scores around the state. Bonneville playing Skyview, tied 10-10 at halftime. Emmett and Valley View tied 14 at halftime. Blackfoot up 28-0 on Idaho Falls. Mountain Home still up 8-0 on Caldwell. Ridgeview now up 30-3 on Skyview, up 30-3 on Ridgeview. And in 3A, Snake River up 21-0 on American Falls. Buell is up 14-7 against Kimberly. Wood River still up 21-2 against Gooding. Homedale up 21-0 against Fruitland. Weiser up 14-0 against Parma. And Sugar Salem is up 35-0 against Teton. We'll take another short little break here until the teams come back onto the field.
You can't make summer stand still, so make the most of every last second with a new Toyota at Toyota's National Sales Event.
During Toyota's National Sales Event, discover our wide variety of fuel-efficient electrified vehicles. Toyota, let's go places.
If a pedestrian is hit by a car going 20 miles per hour, there's a 90% chance he will survive. At 30 miles per hour, the likelihood of survival decreases to 60%. And at 40 miles per hour, it goes down to 20%. 10 miles per hour makes all the difference. You're in the driver's seat. You have the power to save lives.
It can be a lot, trying to figure out how to make it. How to dream big and to wonder, what if? Because no matter where you are in life, if you don't know what's possible in Idaho, it's hard to keep asking, what if? Which is exactly why Next Steps Idaho was created, with everything from smart tools that help you figure out careers you might be suited for, to training and education options for you. So keep asking what if at nextsteps.idaho.gov.
What is community? It's Friday Night Lights with laughter as post-game commentary. It's fun runs, fun rides. It's passing the boot for local heroes. And it's breaking ground for groundbreaking startups. This is what makes a community. And it's what makes a community bank. It's fertile financial resources turned back into local soil. Here's to people helping others thrive. This is community banking. D.L. Evans Bank, since 1904.
You can't make summer stand still, so make the most of every last second with a new Toyota at Toyota's National Sales Event.
During Toyota's National Sales Event, discover our wide variety of fuel-efficient electrified vehicles. Toyota, let's go places.
Some days, I choose the most difficult trail. I test my limits.
Taking the hard path isn't always easy, but I know it's the right way.
When I get done with my ride and I look back at what I've just accomplished, I feel amazing.
It takes courage and determination to do hard things.
But you can do them.
Quitting tobacco and vaping is possible.
You decide when. We'll show you how. Learn more at projectfilter.org or call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
It can be a lot, trying to figure out how to make it. How to dream big and to wonder, what if? Because no matter where you are in life, if you don't know what's possible in Idaho, it's hard to keep asking, what if? Which is exactly why Next Steps Idaho was created, with everything from smart tools that help you figure out careers you might be suited for, to training and education options for you. So keep asking what if at nextsteps.idaho.gov.
Community. Is it defined by where you live? Or is it something more? A deeper connection. The experience of being welcomed, and the feeling that no matter where you're from, 1904.
And welcome back here in Burley. This is an IdahoSports.com GameStreams production of Magic Valley Game Night, presented by D.L. Evans Bank. Mike Christensen alongside Carter Christensen. And tonight's broadcast brought to you by our major advertising partners, Project Filter, Valleywide Cooperative, the Idaho Transportation Department, the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare, Next Steps Idaho, and your local Toyota dealers. We remind you that you can make the memories last a lifetime by owning a digital game file of this game for just $9.95. Click in the top right to order. Carter, takeaways from the first half as the teams come out and warm up for half number 2.
That was a really interesting, way different than I thought it was going to be. Burley coming out, really trying to establish the run early, kind of shorten up the game. Jerome had some decent drives, but they just turned the ball over too much. But overall, Burley just executing really well on offense.
The Tigers with 3 turnovers in that first half, a fumble on their first drive, 2 interceptions later. So Abram Garcia, the quarterback, a fumble and 2 picks he's thrown. But he's had some good moments as well. The Tigers have moved the ball, but you're right, those turnovers have just short-circuited their efforts to stay in this ball game. If they can hang on to the football, we might have a little different story on the scoreboard tonight.
Yeah, they just got to keep the offense on the field. They put their defense in some tough positions, and with an offense like Burley's, you really can't put your defense in compromising positions.
So as we get ready for the third quarter of play, Burley leading 30-0. And they'll get the ball to start the second half. And the teams are both back here on the sideline. Long halftime with senior night for the band as well as the football team, recognizing a lot of individuals tonight and a lot of great plans for these young people as they prepare to move on to college and work and mission plans, they announced. Clock shows 1:20 to go till we start half number 2 here on a gorgeous night in Burley. One more week of the regular season to go. Jerome hosting Mountain Home next week, and Burley a big game at Canyon Ridge. And of course the Service Bowl tonight, Canyon Ridge and Twin Falls playing, and they're in a good battle there. Did we have a score update there?
There was no score update, no.
Okay.
I'll keep you posted.
See what we can find there, but a great night for football here and see if the Tigers can get on the board. They've struggled to score most of this season, scoring a touchdown or less in 6 of their 7 games. Come in 0-7, 0-3 in the conference, and looking for their first win. Last year they went 3-6, started 1-6 before beating this Burley team in Wood River to end the season. But a different story tonight, at least so far. It looks like the Tigers will get revenge and the Bobcats will get revenge against the Tigers for that loss last season. As Coach Cameron Anderson in his first year here after a long time, about 14 years over at Gooding, and he replaces Dylan Corliss this year and getting things rolling. This is really a staff. Coach Anderson has said his staff is elite at the high school level. 11 members of this Burley staff have been either a head coach or a coordinator at the high school level, and I think that experience has really helped them turn the tide and change the culture here.
Yeah, one of my coaches, my defensive coordinator and defensive line coach, Coach Pruitt, great defensive coordinators on his staff. They've done a great job so far.
So we'll get a chance to see senior quarterback Caleb Loveland in this Burley offense again. Gatlin Bear, a couple touches in that half. Khalil Schroeder caught the ball. Ramsey Torino kind of the star of that first half as Burley chose to keep it on the ground. And I imagine we'll see more of that in the second half. We got 12 minutes on the clock here in the third quarter. We're ready to get half number 2 underway between Jerome and Burley on Magic Valley game night. If you're Jerome, you're down 30-0. You're winless on the season. It's been a bumpy road. You've shown some flashes, which is really all that they've had this season is flashes. They've had a hard time stringing together consistently good drives and plays. What do you look for in the second half? A win is unlikely down 30-0 against an explosive Burley team. What do you try to accomplish here in the final 24 minutes?
The main thing I'm looking for Jerome is just execution on the offensive side of the ball. They just got to sustain drives. They can't turn the ball over to the Burley offense. They got to give their defense a break. Let them get some air on the sideline. When your defense is refreshed and ready to go, it's a lot easier to run with offense like Burley. But when you're on the field the whole half, it's tough to keep up with them. So just for the offense to sustain as many drives as they can.
We've seen some good things at times from that Jerome defense. They've been good against the run, especially in the red zone. Keenan Blair making some plays. And it was nice to see Daniel Gill back on the field for a time, but he did come off with an injury. We'll see if he returns to the field, number 9 for the Tigers. They're on the sideline here as we get ready for the kick. The Tigers will kick it off. They line it up, number 48 set to kick it off for Jerome. And the Bobcats await the kick. Gatlin Bear, number 1 in the jersey number and the number 1 recruit in the state of Idaho. A who's who list of offers, but he won't get to touch this one. It's going to go out of bounds around the 30 and give Burley yet again. That's really been a story of the night. Good field position for the Bobcats. They'll have another good spot to start this drive as the offense comes out.
Kick goes out of bounds.
All right, teams line up here for the first drive of half number 2.
We do have a football score tonight at Canyon Ridge High School. Canyon Ridge leads Twin Falls 19-16.
And they just gave, if you didn't catch that, gave an update from that Canyon Ridge Twin Falls game. The Riverhawks leading the Bruins 19-16 at this point in that one. Tight game there as expected. Loveland back to throw. A little bit of pressure there. Gets away from it. There's going to be a hold. Does a nice job of getting pressure by the Tigers. And going to be a holding call on the Burley line. Looks like Elijah Withers, the junior, going to get flagged that time as pressure was coming on Loveland and trying to keep the defender away. Not really a significant hold, but just enough right in front of the official to draw the yellow hanky. And another penalty. Really the only thing that's consistently stopped Burley tonight is the Bobcats' own mistakes. False starts and holding penalties, been quite a few of those. Blackfoot leading Idaho Falls 41-0 at the half as Gatlin Bear gets the ball here and takes it to the far side of the field for a short gain. Not much there.
On the end around. Short gain on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 26.
Second and 26 after that holding penalty deep in the backfield pushed them back. So we'll see if Burley can manage to pick up this first down and keep the drive alive. 2nd and 26, Loveland back to throw. Throws a short pass at the feet of Schroeder, and it's incomplete. It's going to be 3rd and long. Number 3, Abram Garcia, the Jerome quarterback, getting warmed up on the sideline, trying to see if he can get his team going here in the second half. Showing off his arm on the sideline. Hopefully he can show it off here on the field. And the Tigers maybe get a stop here, but 3rd and long for Burley. See what they come up with here. I would not be shocked if Gatlin Bear touches the ball in this possession. Loveland back to throw. Now he scrambles, sets up, throws downfield to Bear, who comes across the middle, catches it at the 30, but he's taken down immediately. He's going to be short of the first down. We'll see if Burley punts the ball tonight or keeps that offense on the field on 4th down from their own 30, and they're going to send the punting unit onto the field and kick it away. So the Tigers get a stop, and Drayson Pacheco get a chance to touch the ball, number 13, as he goes deep, awaiting this punt from Ryan Jensen, who handles the kicking duties for Burley. Heard a number of the seniors announced as hoping to attend some schools here from Burley in Utah with senior night. And of course, tomorrow's 2 great football games in the state of Utah. Utah hosting USC, BYU hosting Arkansas. Some big name schools coming in to the Beehive State tomorrow. And some great high school football here tonight to tune up for a great day of college football tomorrow. Punt bounces out of bounds just inside the 35, and 1st and 10 for the Tigers. As they'll take over there and see if they can get on the scoreboard, trailing 30-0 here in the 3rd quarter with 10:14 left. Breeze starting to pick up here in Burley tonight. Still comfortable, but getting a little cool here with the sun down and getting into the fall. And 1st and 10 Tigers. Garcia waits the snap, takes it, gives it to Castaneda, number 4. He comes to the near side trying to outrace the defense. He does it. He gets about 5 yards as he comes to the near side and steps out of bounds at the 35. So a good pickup of a few yards on 1st down, and 2nd down, they'll call it 2nd and 8 for the Tigers. Jerome looking to avoid the shutout here on the road. This is a Burley defense that has given up an average of 46 points per game on the season, but so far playing tough against the Tigers, limiting this Jerome offense. The Tigers come in pretty injured and banged up. If you're joining us late, they've had quite a bit of a bevy, really, of injuries this season. A lot of shuffling of players, just trying to keep things moving. And showed some good heart here in the first half, keeping it close. It's a tight game for much of the first quarter. Burley kind of taken over thanks to 3 Jerome turnovers in that first half. Abram Garcia, number 3, the little guy, keeps it. He's thrown to the turf, and he's slow to get up. I think he's shaken up a little bit. Thrown down and kind of came down face first at the 35. He gets up. Small in stature, big in heart. Coach Gambles loves his fight. And on 3rd and 8, we may get a chance to see him pass the ball here. Man in motion. Garcia rolls to the far side, throws it down the field and well over the head of Xander Bingham, number 2. And Garcia is limping pretty good. He's hobbled on that play. Took a good hit as he got rid of the football under pressure. Going to bring up a 4th down, and as they've done much of the night, we'll see if Jerome goes for it on 4th down or if they punt it away. They're going to leave the offense out there. They've just pretty much gone for it on every 4th down tonight. And they line up here. Pitch it to Pacheco, and he does punt it away. That unique punting formation they've used in this season. And they've done a good job keeping it away from Bear. They kick to the sideline, goes out at the 35. 1st and 10 Bobcats from there. They've got a 30-0 lead. They've got the football. And Magic Valley Game Night on IdahoSports.com rolls on. Mike Christensen alongside Carter Christensen bringing you the action tonight. Week number 8 on the season. And Loveland with Trevino behind him. Gives to Trevino up the middle. Benavidez there, but he breaks the tackle. Still pushing forward, and Trevino, as he's done much of the night, hauls the defense forward. He does not go down on first contact. Carter been really impressive.
Yeah, he's been really physical, refusing to let the first guy bring him down.
Brings up a 2nd and short from the 44. Loveland keeps it. Right up the middle. He's got a huge gain. He's into Jerome territory to the 40. The quarterback is a big load himself and a nice run. And that's really something we've seen a lot tonight for Burley. When they're in short yardage situation, they like to run the quarterback keeper, run that little draw for Loveland, and he's been really effective at it. Brings Sheets in motion, gives to Trevino. Trevino tripped up in the backfield, and a nice job by the Tigers. Kyler Hamblin makes the tackle there. From the 39, the Bobcats will snap it again. Loveland claps for it. Ball comes, looking downfield. Throws it at the feet of his intended receiver, incomplete. Number 24, Jesus Herrera, the intended target there, but just a little low on that ball. Loveland's been pretty sharp tonight, but a little off on that throw. They look to the sidelines, line it up here, and again, they love this formation. 3 receivers to the far side. Number 1, Gatlin Bear, all alone to the near side. They like to get him in isolation, but there's a safety over the top. Down the field and in and out of the hands. Nice defense by Jerome. Ball tipped away. Sheets the intended target. Hamlin got a hand on it, knocked it away. He's made several plays tonight for Jerome and makes a good one there.
Yeah, Jerome's saying you might be trying to get Gatlin Bear one-on-one, but we're not letting you do that.
Yeah, they've covered him pretty well tonight, always making sure a second man is there over the top. And have limited him fairly well. Bear does have several catches on the night and a touchdown, but not as explosive as we've seen at times this season. 4th down. Bobcats leave the offense out there from the 39. Snap to Loveland. He's under pressure and trying to throw the screen. And under pressure, he throws it to the feet of Trevino. Ramsey Trevino, number 10, really frustrated there as the pass hits the turf. Looking at his quarterback saying, what's going on there? I think just good pressure by the Tigers there to force that pass. Tigers get a stop and take over at the 38. And with Garcia shaken up, got a new QB out there. And number 48 hands it off there. He is not on the roster with some number changes for the Tigers, so we'll try to figure out that situation for you. But Garcia hobbled after that last drive and goes out of the game. Tigers set to snap it here on 2nd down. Keeper up to the 45.
Run over the right side, tripped up by Alonzo Quiroz.
Going to bring up a 3rd down for the Tigers, 3rd and about 4 yards from the 45. We've got 6 minutes, 15 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Pump fake, back to throw. Looking down the middle, up for grabs and incomplete. Trying to go up and get it was Toby Walker, a big 6'5" frame, but knocked away by Schroeder in the defensive, or Jensen, excuse me, on the coverage. Had a great chance to get it. Good job by the smaller Jensen to help break that up. Pass a little short. Fourth down. Tigers will snap it as they again go for it on fourth down. The handoff up the middle, and the ball is loose. It's on the turf. We'll see who comes up with it. And the ball recovered by the Bobcats, so another fumble for Jerome. That's 2 fumbles on the night lost, 2 interceptions thrown, and the ball goes back to Burley at the 46.
First and 10 Bobcats from the Jerome 46-yard line.
Jesus Herrera, the linebacker, I think was the one who came up with that football, or Caleb Strunk maybe. Both in there on the action there. Handoff, Trevino. Inside the 40 and taken down. Physical tackle there. Hamblin, just 5'9", 150, the junior, making some plays, but took a big hit there on the tackle for Jerome. Second and short. So Trevino has done such a great job tonight, Carter, of picking up 8-9 yards on first down. Wonder if they'll keep it in the quarterback's hands. Nope, they give it back to Trevino, and he has a first down to the 35-yard line. Tigers make the tackle, but give up the first down. First and 10, Bobcats. They're content to just kind of work the clock, shorten this game. We are down to 5:09 to go. Bear in motion, handoff Trevino, up the middle, carrying defenders as he's done much of the night, and another solid gain for Ramsey Trevino, who's really had a spectacular night on the ground for the Bobcats. Already got 2 touchdowns. He's converted 3 two-point conversions as well for Burley. And he's in the backfield again next to Loveland, who's going to throw this time. Lots of time. And intercepted! The Tigers intercepted. And Loveland throws the pick. Intercepted by number 18, Maxton Hudson. And the youngster picks it off. The freshman's made some plays on defense this year for the Tigers and picks it off there. There is a flag down. Personal foul on Burley. So that's going to improve the field position for Jerome. So big stop for the Tigers. They get the INT and they get the ball back and a chance to get on the scoreboard. Trailing 30-0 here late in the third quarter. Nice job going up high for that interception. And they'll mark off the 15 yards. They'll start this drive from their own 41 for Jerome. Jerome back to throw. Downfield. Receiver's open. It's caught and he's still on his feet. Down inside the 25. It's going to be a 1st and 10 as Toby Walker goes up high, catches that football. And we've got a flag. It's going to come back on a hold. What a difficult break for the Tigers. Their best offensive play of the night. Who's playing quarterback? Who's 48?
Keenan Blair.
Oh, he changed numbers.
He had to. He's a lineman.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Good touch. Thank you.
Normally 52, but 48.
He's 48 right now. Okay. I was like, we don't have a 48. Yeah. It's been a rough go of injuries.
There's another flag on the play.
And a flag, a hold, really frustrating situation for the Tigers. Coach Gamble's really upset And now they're going to get an unsportsmanlike call on the Tigers to add insult to injury. So they were out to the 41, had their biggest play of the night inside the 25 with the catch by Walker. And now going backwards, the quarterback in for Jerome, number 48, is Keenan Blair. He's normally number 52. He's made some great plays on the line tonight. And switching jerseys over to 48 to help the Tigers out at QB. They've had so many different guys play that quarterback spot this year.
Had a nice throw right there.
Yeah, good throw down the field. Garcia's played quarterback at times. Gill's played quarterback. They've had Caps play quarterback. And now the senior lineman, Keenan Blair, getting his chance to play quarterback. Handoff there goes nowhere. And we have 3 minutes, 55 seconds to go in the third of this 30-0 affair. Second down and a mile. Tigers have to get all the way to the Burley 49 to pick up a first down, and they're at the 15. So you can do the math there. It's a long ways.
Yeah, well, we can't do the math, so we'll let you guys do it.
It's about 36 yards. Second and 36. And Blair, the senior, converted lineman, keeps it under pressure and picks up not much there. He's out to the 16. And it's going to be third and a mile. Sometimes you exaggerate when you say things like third and a mile. This is almost a mile.
Not really. Your math's a little off, but you know.
Definitely was not a math major. But it's third and a lot. And if you're the Tigers and you've had tough sledding all night, that's tough. I wonder if we'll see another chance to go downfield to Walker. Made a beautiful catch there. And just a tough break on the holding call. Didn't really see much there. But the officials obviously saw something there and brought that play back. And momentum killer for Jerome on this drive. They pitch it back to Pacheco. He's going to throw it downfield. He's got a man there, and it's caught. And there's a flag on the play as well. It's pulled in by Eric Castaneda, number 4, the senior. And I think we're going to have pass interference on the Bobcats as well. On 3rd and 35, they pick up a chunk. That penalty will be declined. They'll take the result of the play there. So they'll decline the penalty, take the play, and now they're out to the 44-yard line. And they'll have a chance on 4th down to convert this. See what the Tigers come up with here as their senior lineman takes over at quarterback as the injuries continue to pile up, and Garcia now on the sideline after being hobbled on the previous drive.
Got a 4th and about 7.
And they line up here. Carter, would this be your dream as a senior lineman to get a chance to play quarterback?
Running back's more my speed.
You did get some chances there and did well in the backfield. Carried it a few times. But what a night for Blair to be able to play some quarterback here. He's out to throw, and it's batted down. Whoa, we got a big pile up on the sideline. They take out one of the guys carrying the first down marker, and he goes down hard right in front of the Jerome bench. Just got his legs taken out. Took a big hit. He's up on his feet, but shaken up a little bit there. And the Bobcats will take over. All the action coming right to the sideline. And a big pile up there on the sideline. Hopefully he'll be all right. Probably be a little sore tomorrow. The dangers of being on the chain gang. 1st and 10 Bobcats, and they again start a drive in Jerome territory. That's been the case much of the night. And thus the 30-0 result on the scoreboard. You get a stop like that, Carter. I wonder if this is the kind of situation where you try to strike quickly and maybe look for Gatlin Bear or Jacob Williams down the field.
Yeah, I just kind of put the game away.
Safety's playing over the top for Jerome, trying to take away that pass game. Loveland will keep it, and they're hit. And I really think a big reason, and there's a flag down, a big reason that Burley's decided to run it tonight is Jerome is really putting a lot in the passing game, obviously expecting the Bobcats to pass. playing two high safeties right over the top of their corners and taking that away, and it's been a good night to just keep the ball on the ground, shorten the game, pick up some yards, and Trevino's been pretty masterful. For the Bobcats, who lead 30-0 and now face a long yardage situation themselves from the 49 of Jerome. Sheets in motion, handoff Trevino, he's right up the middle, he's untouched, he's to the 20, he's to the 10, and he scores. Ramsey Trevino from the 49-yard line rips off the big run, his third score of the night. And Trevino takes it to the house, just untouched up the middle until he got to about the 10 and able to break a couple of arm tackles, and he is gone. And with 1:56 to go in the third quarter of play, 36-0 Burley extends the lead over Jerome. Loveland with Ryan Jensen behind him. Pitches it to Jensen. He comes to the outside, uses his speed, and gets in for 2. Nice run by Jensen. And it's 38-0 with 1:56 left in the third. Remind you tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by A&G Irrigation. A&G Irrigation is proud to provide sales, service, and installation for commercial and agricultural irrigation systems in Jerome and the Magic Valley. They are a locally owned and operated company that strives to help local farmers increase their productivity and yield through their state-of-the-art services. A&G Irrigation is committed to providing the highest quality products and services to farmers in the Magic Valley, from pivot and pump and pipe installations and repairs to parts for all major brands. A&G Irrigation is your one-stop shop for what you need when it comes to irrigation. Go Tigers. Tigers could use some of that good luck from A&G here on this next drive as they try to get on the scoreboard. And Ryan Jensen lines up to kick it off.
Ryan Jensen to kick off for the Bobcats. Eric Castaneda. Deep to receive.
Jensen kicks it high, short, down to the 20, taken by Hamlet. Runs it to the middle of the field, into traffic, and down about the 30-yard line. Be 1st and 10 Jerome there.
Braxton Bowen on that stop along with Mark Loveland. Jerome will take over 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line.
1st and 10 Tigers, they huddle up. They've got 1:47 left in the third. Special night for the Bobcats, senior night here, their last home game. Blair will keep it, take it to the far side, and pick up a couple yards on 1st down. He's a load in the backfield there, normally playing on that O-line. And picks up a few yards there. Been a special night for Burley seniors. Been a special night for Carter, who had the best corn dog of his life tonight. That was a pretty spectacular corn dog.
That was pretty good.
That was pretty good. Blair in the pistol, one back behind him. 2nd down for the Tigers. Back to throw. He'll roll under pressure. Heave it downfield, out of bounds, incomplete. Bringing up 3rd and 8 for Jerome.
It'll be 3rd and 7 for Jerome.
Clock stops at the 1-minute mark of quarter number 3. I do remind you to stay tuned for the post-game show and our Idaho Transportation Department Player of the Game. Starting to get a pretty good feel for who that's going to be. Based on how things have gone tonight, we won't spoil the surprise, but
starts with an R and ends in Ramsey Trevino.
That's a pretty good clue. 3rd and 8 for the Tigers. Blair hands it off. Nice run up the middle for Benavides. He's got a first down and more. He's out beyond the 45, and they mark him there at the 45, between the 45 and 46. Going to give him the 46, move the chains, 1st and 10 Tigers. Nice run by the senior. Number 8, Juan Benavides, 5'7", 170. The two-way linebacker and running back picks up a nice gain to move the chains. See if Jerome can turn that nice run on 3rd down into some momentum and get on the scoreboard here. Handoff. Benavides gets a couple. Wrestled down shy of midfield. 2nd down and about 8 for J-Town.
Someone down for Jerome.
Looks like an injured lineman on the play. And trainers and coaches out to check on the injured Tiger right at midfield. May just be cramping up the way they're checking out his leg, but could have ankle issue as well. Can get really tricky in those piles, can it?
Yeah, it can.
Got a few score updates for us, Carter?
Not many. Not many of them are updated. Let's see. Skyline's up 13-10 in Bonneville. Blackfoot's up 41-0 in Idaho Falls. And Mountain Home, who Jerome plays next week, is up 35-6 against Caldwell.
Caldwell's really, really struggled this year. Been on the losing end of a lot of lopsided games. Make the memories of tonight's game last a lifetime by owning a digital game file of this game for just $9.95. Click the button on the top right to order. Jerome's number 67, Colby Coates, the senior, 6 foot 245. Plays both ways on the line for the Tigers, and he's limping off. Nursing what's likely a leg or ankle injury there as he's helped off the field. So what's been an injury-riddled season for the Tigers unfortunately adds another one. Garcia knocked out earlier tonight, and now Coates comes to the sideline with what looks to be a pretty bad injury based on how he's holding that leg. Tigers will come back over the ball here with Keenan Blair at QB. He hands it off. Swarmed under around the 48. Going to bring up 3rd down. 3rd down and 7 or 8.
That'll do it for the 3rd quarter.
And after 3, the score here, 38 for Burley, 0 for Jerome. We'll take a short break and be back with quarter number 4 on IdahoSports.com.
It can be a lot, trying to figure out how to make it, how to dream big, and to wonder, what if? Because no matter where you are in life, if you don't know what's possible in Idaho, it's hard to keep asking, what if? Which is exactly why Next Steps Idaho was created, with everything from smart tools that help you figure out careers you might be suited for, to training and education options for you. So keep asking what if at nextsteps.idaho.gov.
You can't make summer stand still, so make the most of every last second with a new Toyota at Toyota's National Sales Event.
During Toyota's National Sales Event, discover our wide variety of fuel-efficient electrified vehicles. Toyota, let's go places.
Welcome back here to Burley, where the score as we enter quarter number 4 is Burley 38, Jerome nothing. Great Basin Conference Class 4A action tonight. Bobcats looking to move to 5-3 and even up their Great Basin record at 2-2 on the season. Jerome, if this score holds up, will fall to 0-8 and 0-4 in conference. Season finales for both teams, regular season finales next week. Jerome trying to get on the board and avoid the shutout here. 3rd down play. Blair back to throw. Throws it down the field. It's up for grabs. It's a pick. And picked off by Burley. That's Caden Palmer. And Palmer with the INT, third INT of the night for that Burley defense. They've had five takeaways tonight against the Jerome offense. And Palmer with the INT as Blair looking down the field. Just didn't quite have enough arm to get it down to his receiver. I think he was looking for Walker down the middle of the field. And from the 44, Burley takes over, 1st and 10. Loveland pitches to Bear, who lined up in the backfield this time. And Bear's got a nice gain. There is a flag down. He's into Burley territory to the 45. We'll see if this one comes back. And a hold on Burley. Said that about 15 times tonight, it feels like.
We have
tough time cleanly executing for the Bobcats. And Tigers will take the penalty and set up here. First down. The hold happened so far down the field that they really don't wind up in a long yardage situation. So hold came late in that play with Bear down the field. Pitch comes to Bear. He spins. What a beautiful spin move. And gets up just shy of midfield, and he's taken down by a swarm of defenders. Just a short gain, but with Gatlin Bear, even a short gain can be a little bit spectacular to watch. So he makes a beautiful spin move, just so agile and athletic. And brings up 2nd and 6 for Burley. This time Schroeder and Bear will go to the far side of the field. Sheets the lone receiver to the near side, and Trevino lines up with Loveland in the backfield. Elijah Withers, part of that line. Trying to open holes for Trevino, who trucks a defender. The flag is down. Are we going to have another hold? Maybe hands to the face. We'll see what we get here. It's going to be a hold.
Wow, they're really calling some ticky-tack stuff.
54, Andre Herrera came up, and I thought maybe he had taken a hands to the face the way he was holding his helmet and shaking his head back and forth. But it's a hold on Burley. They'll move backwards, and they're now to the 38, their own 38, as they face 2nd and long. We'll look to the sidelines here. Herrera ready to snap the ball. Trevino. Good run, but he's wrestled down by Mark Larson, number 50. Way to hang on for Larson. Trevino's tough to tackle, and he just didn't let him get away. Wrapped him up. Larson, a big guy, 6'3", 265, one of the biggest players on the Jerome roster, and makes a nice play there. Fourth quarter action here on Magic Valley Game Night, 9:55 to go. Loveland back to throw, looking down the field, can't find a receiver. Good coverage by the Tigers. Now Loveland scrambling, trying to stay alive. He gets out of it, throws it to Trevino, and he's hit in Burley territory. He's going to come up just short of the first down, and Burley will probably keep the offense on the field and go for it. Nice job by Loveland, just scrambling to keep that play alive and find his running back out of the backfield. Trevino continues his spectacular night. Well over 100 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns on the ground. And handful of receptions as well. He takes the handoff here, trips, falls. Do they give it to him? They give it to him. And first down, he gets to the 45. Looked like he stumbled and may have come up short, but they say he got just enough for the first down. The chains move, and the clock moves. 9 minutes even to go in the ballgame. Post Falls winning tonight 7-6. Sandpoint winning 40-0 in the second. Pretty one-sided battle there. CUNA 12, Boise 0 at the half. Blackfoot 41, Idaho Falls 0 at the half. Scores around the state. And quarterback keeper there. Loveland piled up, knocked down, picks up about 5 yards on first down. Stay tuned for our post-game show, as Carter and I will name our player of the game here in this contest, brought to you by the Idaho Transportation Department. If you didn't missed it earlier, check out that new Idaho Transportation Department Frogger commercial based on the old video game. Good stuff. Pitch to Bear. He's got Trevino blocking in front of him, and he's got a pretty good gain on second down. Up near the marker. They're going to mark him down just shy of the 35. It's going to bring up a third down for the Bobcats.
It's going to be 3rd and 1 for the Bobcats.
On that Jerome defense, Keenan Blair goes from playing quarterback to defensive tackle. And he'll try to hold up here, but they throw to the outside. The little bubble screen to Bear, and well covered. And that's Gill, number 9, back on the field. Daniel Gill was shaken up earlier. He's able to return and makes a great play there, taking Bear down for a loss, and it's 4th down for the Bobcats. And again, the Jerome defense showing some flashes of some really solid play tonight. Loveland takes the snap, hand to Trevino, bounces it, and he's going to get close to the first down. First down, Bobcats on the Trevino run. Just beyond the marker, an extra yard or so to move the chains, and 7:30 to go on the clock. Bobcats driving, looking to add to their 38-point lead. Handoff Trevino, far side, got room, got a first down, flag out, down the sideline, still on his feet. Gets inside the 15.
Another big Burley play, accompanied by another big flag.
Yep, they've had a lot of their big plays wiped out tonight. And yet they're still ahead 38-0. If they play a little cleaner, this game would be even more one-sided, but they've short-circuited quite a bit. And now they're going to have the ball back at the 33-yard line instead of inside the 15. And that, again, a situation where the holding happens so far down the field, it results in a 1st and 10 for Burley. So interesting result there a couple times tonight. Loveland has Trevino running out wide. He's going to keep it, go right up the middle, and just pick up 4 or 5 before going down. Maybe 3 yards. Mark him at the 30.
It's going to bring up 2nd and 7.
7 minutes to go. Change formation. Bear will come to the far side. Number 32, Tregan Darrington, is your receiver alone to the far side, getting a chance to see some action. Loveland back to throw. Screen to Schroeder. Throws it a little bit ahead of him, just off there. And had some room in front of him, but off of his fingertips, incomplete. Stops the clock and brings up 3rd and 7. Follow IdahoSports.com on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Get updates, breaking news, pictures, and more. Click the icons in the top left to follow us now. Loveland brings Schroeder in motion. Hands it to Trevino, and he runs with power right up the middle, and he's got a big gain and a first down. Spectacular night on the ground for Ramsey Trevino. And the senior running back, one of his best nights of the year, averages close to 100 yards a game. He's gone well over that tonight. This time Bear comes in motion and takes the fly sweep, and he's thrown down inside the 15. Physical tackle there by Morgan Quam, 32. If that's correct on the roster. But a good takedown by the Tigers. 6:19 to go, and it's 38-0. Bobcats look to the sideline for the play here. Loveland with Ryan Jensen behind him. Schroeder comes on the sweep, but it goes to Jensen, and he's taken down by Hamblin, who makes a nice tackle, taking the legs of Jensen out, trips him up, but he gets inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And a second down for the Bobcats. Under 6 to play. Third down in the yard. Jensen gets it, dances, and he is in to the end zone for a Burley touchdown. Jensen puts the Bobcats up 44-0 with that 6-yard run with 5:40 to go in the game. And with the score getting beyond the 40-point mark, they're going to keep that clock running as the Bobcats line up to go for two. So we'll have just 5 minutes and 20 seconds of real time left in this game. Loveland's going to throw for it on this 2-point try. Well, maybe he's going to keep it. Fakes, dances, and he's wrestled down short. So the run fails. Started as a pass, turned into a run, didn't get there. And the score stays 44-0 in favor of the Bobcats.
Athletic trainer Logan Parrish and Intermountain Cassia Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine are proud to be the official medical.
Always entertaining and occasionally controversial, the IdahoSports.com Prepcast cover every inch of Idaho, hosted by Brandon Bainey. Each Prepcast features one of our in-house experts talking about what's going on in your part of the state. Just go to IdahoSports.com and click on Prepcasts in the menu to get caught up on what you've been missing. We also remind you that our army of IdahoSports.com action photographers are covering games all over the state. We've revamped our galleries to make it even easier to find and order your favorite action shots. Go to IdahoSports.com, click the Action Photos link in the menu, and check out some great photos there. Jensen set to kick off for about the 73rd time tonight. Not quite. But Jensen's had a good night kicking the ball. 3:50 to go, clock running. Bobcats up 44-0. He puts a boot into it. Lands at the 5 and skips into the end zone. Jerome will take over 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. We're just a couple weeks away from playoffs starting around the state, so stay tuned to IdahoSports.com to see what games will be live with video or audio on the site as we bring you playoff action. Tigers line up at the 20. We're down to about 3 minutes to go as they come to the line with a running clock here and a 44-0 score. And handoff. Garcia's back at quarterback, number 3. And he has to give to number 2 there, and a short gain for Jerome. That's going to bring up Carter, do you have some score updates for us?
I do. Canyon Ridge is up 25-16 on Twin Falls in the 3rd.
Bit of an upset there. Bruins probably favored to win there even though they're on the road. Both teams though with the same record coming into the game. Handoff up the middle. And a good game for Jerome. Looks like they're going to be just shy of the 1st down. It's going to bring up a 3rd down situation with 2 minutes to go. Unless the Tigers can string together a good final drive here, they're going to be shut out for the 3rd time on the season. Twin Falls and Jerome both shut them out, or Twin Falls and Canyon Ridge, excuse me, both shut them out earlier this year, 33-0 and 34-0. So it'll be their 3rd shutout loss in conference if they're unable to score here.
Technically, Jerome did shut out Jerome, but you know.
The fans on the Burley side, the students waving their phones, singing goodbye to the Tigers as they run up the middle for a short gain. They pick up a 1st down. The Tigers move the chains to keep the drive alive. 1:20 to go in the ball game.
Alex will hold one of the Bobcats in on that tackle.
Lake City leads Lewiston tonight 19-13. In a final score, Emmett 21, Valley View 20. And here 44-0 as the handoff goes and Jerome fumbles and Burley recovers. And that's probably going to do it. Third fumble loss to the night for Jerome. They've had 3 fumbles, 3 interceptions, 6 turnovers, and that's kind of been the story of their season. Injuries and turnovers. The offense has had a hard time hanging on to the ball. Hard to score when you turn it over 6 times.
Yeah, just putting your defense in bad spots against a good offense just kills you.
35 seconds to go. I think Burley just going to kneel this one down to finish us off at 44-0. And they'll kneel it. And that'll do it. Senior night for the Bobcats results in a 44-0 win. Burley moves to 5-3 on the season with the victory. We'll take a 30-second break and be back with the post-game show and your player of the game here on IdahoSports.com.
If a pedestrian is hit by a car going 20 miles per hour, there's a 90% chance he will survive. At 30 miles per hour, the likelihood of survival decreases to 60%. And at 40 miles per hour, it goes down to 20%. 10 miles per hour makes all the difference. You're in the driver's seat. You have the power to save lives.
Welcome back here to Burley, where the Bobcats defeat the Tigers 44-0 on senior night in Burley. Bobcats improved to 5-3, 2-2 in the conference. Tigers of Jerome fall to 0-8, 0-4 on the night. This has been an IdahoSports.com GameStreams production of Magic Valley Game Night, presented by D.L. Evans Bank. Brought to you by our major advertising partners, Project Filter, Valleywide Cooperative, the Idaho Transportation Department, the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare, Next Steps Idaho, and your local Toyota dealers. And this broadcast also made possible in part by A&G Irrigation. Tonight, our player of the game on the broadcast, running back senior Ramsey Trevino for the Bobcats. He takes 3 trips to the end zone, really carried the load, well over 100 yards rushing to go with the 3 touchdowns, several catches, and a great job keeping this Burley offense moving as they chose to keep it on the ground a little more tonight, Carter.
Yeah, he was really physical running the ball, never went down on first contact, and really just led this Burley offense.
Special thanks to Burley Athletic Director Randy Wynn and everyone here at Burley High for their hospitality and help in getting this broadcast to you. Congratulations again to our IdahoSports.com player of the game, Ramsey Trevino. Thanks again for joining us as the Burley Bobcats defeat the Jerome Tigers by a score of 44-0. For my broadcast partner, Carter Christensen, and everyone else behind the scenes here at IdahoSports.com, I'm Mike Christensen, and we will see you next time.
This has been a presentation of IdahoSports.com GameStreams. This broadcast is copyrighted to IdahoSports.com. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the expressed written consent of IdahoSports.com is strictly prohibited.